When you hear statements such as, "she's so smart," or "he's intelligent," what do you think of? From my experience, most of us will think of someone with high grades who excels in math and science. "She's in additional math. She must be so smart." He always gets straight A's, but he's just naturally smart. So often I hear people call themselves stupid for not getting the highest grades, not being good at maths, or just struggling in school. However, they never recognize the other things that might make them intelligent. As a matter of fact, there are countless other forms of intelligences. Do you have that one person you can go to no matter what, and they always make you feel better afterwards? Have you ever wondered why? It might be because he or she has high social intelligence. Yes, being social is a form of intelligence. But you see, it is not possible for us to measure someone's entire intelligence effectively. Sure, there's the IQ testing, but does this take into consideration the fact that you can bake a cake, draw a picture, communicate well with other people? No, it does not. And this is known as the theory of multiple intelligences, developed in 1983 by Dr. Howard Gardner. This theory suggests that the traditional notion of intelligence based on IQ testing is far too limited. Some examples include people smart, picture smart, self smart, and nature smart. It was only to my disappointment of feeling unsuccessful that led me to research what intelligence actually means. And I wonder, considering this theory has been around for 35 years, why we still continue to view intelligence in such a narrow way? Particularly in schools, at a time where we are still trying to figure out who we are and what we're good at. An example is someone I know who has already graduated and is dyslexic. He never got the highest grades, and through his learning disability, it made the struggle with school even harder, especially in elementary school, where he was the last to be able to read. While other kids played with toys or did homework, which he never completed, he would build his own structures and create his own gadgets. And it's crazy to me to think that anyone would ever think he lacked intelligence. This same student, whose teachers had concerns about in primary and secondary school, is now in a competitive honors course in university. The other example is me. Though I have always found school rather easy, my passion has always lied in the arts, an area which is often looked down upon. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard a friend say, "It doesn't matter what grade I get in music, my parents don't care about it," or "Who cares if I get a D in art? It's useless anyways." We take for granted the passion and work that go into our favorite movies or songs. My passion has always been to pursue musical theater. However, when I mention this, people never leave out the comments on how it's extremely difficult to get a career in this field. I also hear it's not a real job. I always knew the arts has never really been seen as the ideal job. Becoming a doctor, lawyer, or an engineer was always the better option. After countless comments from people telling me I couldn't live out my passion, I started to doubt myself. I thought, maybe I should become a doctor instead. I have been through this constant battle of what I'd be subject to choose. Do I choose theater, chemistry, physics? When I say I want to pursue musical theater, I notice this sense of shame and embarrassment. And I'm shocked by myself to be slightly embarrassed about something that has always been my talent and my passion. That's crazy, right? How many of you have left a theater show or a concert feeling more connected, more inspired? So why do we look down upon these career choices? Why should I be ashamed of the fact that I want to pursue my dream, which is the one thing I love to do, and what people have always told me I'm good at? Think of the amount of talented, motivated, passionate people who have been hindered of their dreams because the label of intelligence they were given was different to what they actually were. People who get good grades in math are only seen as mathematicians and given this one label. What about the other things they're good at? Perhaps the person we all know as the mathematician has the voice of an angel. Yet, how will we ever know this if we continue to label these people with the so-called dominant intelligence? I understand that as a parent, you want what's best for us, and therefore you may push us away from our dreams, just because you think it might be hard to make a living out of this. I don't blame you. The vast majority of our society is structured to think this way. Choose the route with an assured, safe outcome, and you'll be happy. You'll have a relatively easy life, be financially stable. But the reality is, at the end of the day, we are the ones who will live out our own lives, not you. There's no way we are going to work hard, make countless of sacrifices, sleep 3 hours a day, and shine for something we are not passionate about. We know what's best for us, what makes us happy, what makes us smile. Why put us in a box when we want to be set free? Why be good at one thing when we can be good at several? Why not choose what makes us happy as our career? This is also a call to schools and universities. This narrow view of intelligence means we are ranked based on the grades we get in a narrow range of subjects. By selecting only the top students, you're benefiting limited intelligences and ruling out all other sorts. This is not to say that the A+ students aren't intelligent. They are indeed, of course. But your selection criteria means that the people who have minds that think differently and more creatively don't get a chance. This narrow selection criteria will never reveal the creative one who does things differently, or the motivating one who makes people around them feel that they matter, the resilient one, the one who picks themselves up no matter what, the risk taker who always steps out of his or her comfort zone, or the one that can make an entire audience laugh or cry. You don't and can't know all of this from one single letter, grade, or number. And until we change the way that we view intelligence, someone will probably miss their chance to access the life that they always wanted because they were given this label, or because they didn't have this one-letter grade, number, or required points, or because they, like all of us, were taught that reaching this grade, this number, and these points was the only way to go. So the real question is, are you going to continue to discriminate us and yourselves, or are you finally going to realize that your selection criteria and our thinking need to be updated and remodeled to be more inclusive? Don't leave it up to the students to figure this out for themselves. Let's start a conversation so kids don't feel unsmart or untalented. Thank you.